What's up, and this is my first review of the 2005 list, Assault on Precinct 13 2005, and I will review the movie as a full. You may know the 1976 Bodice version, but this 2005 version takes this into the next level. The plots are somewhat different, but this movie shows a remake could stand by itself. The action is non-stop and brutal. Ethan Hawke does play a mediocre performance on playing Jake Ronick as the hero who wants to save a criminal Marion Bishop from getting killed in the precinct. Mark Wahlberg was going to play Jake Ronick, but he turned it down and Ethan Hawke got the role. So let's see the 2005 winter-themed Assault on Precinct 13. In the beginning, Jake Ronick is an undercover cop that is in a drug sting operation trying to bust two drug dealers. It all goes wrong when the drug dealers knew they were a fake, which starts out a shootout causing two people to die and one drug dealer blown on the head. Wow, that is a rough start for a beginning, but I don't think it contributes to the movie at all. The movie cuts to present day in 2004. Jake is an alcoholic and abuses his prescription drugs.
Because I don't know why, but somehow he loses his kids?
He works at a precinct 13 and the people are working on their shifts when the precinct are about to close for good. Meanwhile, in the Detroit church, a cop encounters a gangster Marion who is played by Lawrence Fishburne and attempts to shoot him for not making a deal. Marion stabs the cop in the neck. Somehow no one really witnesses this. Strange. And goes outside the church, which causes a little shootout. Marion, the cop killer, gets arrested and was requested to be sent to Precinct 13, and the news is received that he got arrested for his crimes.
Why can't he be sent to a prison?
A pack of criminals are headed to the prison bus. Beck argues with Rosie, played by Kim Coates, who is a downright asshole, but somehow when he sees Marion he gets stunned.
Yep, that guy is gonna whoop your ass.
On the bus, Beck becomes an annoying brat and the bus has a little bit of turbulence. Beck responds by insulting the cops, calling them Officer Balls and Officer Cock.
Officer Balls and Officer Cock.
He stands up and the strict officer points a loaded shotgun at him and replies to this. Wow, I'm starting to like this guy. There has been a reported injury accident which makes them go to Precinct 13. Let's take a look at the next scene.
Interesting cast. Yeah, we got a female gangbanger. Swears she never committed a crime in her life.
Well, it depends how long she has been in a gang or if it were her first day to be involved with one, but how could she claim that she never committed a crime in her life?
Guy here specializes in counterfeit merchandise. Fake Rolex, he's your man.
He looks too stylish to steal.
Some junkie who robbed a deli.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't listen to a junkie who voiced Sid from Ice Age.
Still riding on the high right now. And the star of the show. He needs no intro, you know his credits.
A fat ass.
Take a look at this scene.
Therapy.
You know it's a bunch of bullshit.
So you read it.
Yeah, I fucking read it.
Did you steal it?
You know I stole it, all right? You know, and stop being so goddamn happy about it, Dr. Sabian. It makes me sick. I think he's hiding behind his injury. He's not really hurt. Jake Ronick no longer considers himself a cop. What kind of bullshit is that, huh? You think I'm scared? That's what it is, right? You think I'm scared?
If you read further on, you would see that's not what I think.
All right, well then, tell me what it is that you think, Dr. Mrs. Mindfuck. What is it that you think I'm hiding from?
I'm not going to explain myself to you if you're going to act like a child. Excuse me.
Run away. Both know you can't handle this shit because you want to fuck me.
This guy drunk right now?
Sergeant, if I wanted to fuck you, it would have happened already.
Gotta learn to control yourself, Doc. It's affecting your work. Yeah, it's very unprofessional.
Don't try to discredit me because you're afraid I may be right.
Right?
Yes.
About what? Come on, tell me what it is you think I'm hiding from, and then I'll tell you whether I think you're right.
Okay. I believe that the prospect of responsibility has rendered you impotent.
Impotent?
Yes. And that's why you're working at this old precinct behind a desk.
Look, I'm injured, all right? That's why I'm here.
Bullshit! You feel responsible for the death of your team 8 months ago, and that's why you're here.
I didn't do anything wrong. A board of inquiry cleared me.
That's right. You didn't do anything wrong. But it was your decision that sent them down the left hallway and not the right, out the front door and not the back. Why are they going to make decisions like that again?
Yeah, maybe you're right. What, you want a medal?
hiding behind that desk. And behind that liquor in your drawer and those pills in that stupid little matchbox. But there's still one life you're responsible for no matter where you go, you know.
Oh, let me guess. My own?
Yeah, your own. And if you don't start taking care of yourself, you're never going to be the cop you used to be.
Say that to all alcoholics. Meanwhile, Beck continues to annoy Marion that he had been shot 5 times and complimenting him. The asshole cops party until it is Happy New Year. The two cellmates fight for no reason. Man, these criminals get no fun while the cops party. Some armed men encounter the precinct all loaded up and shit. Rosie hears these two fight and gets shot by the masked men.
Hey, stop yelling, you fucking animals. It's only no use.
The fuck are you?
Well, he's gone now.
What's going on down there?
How do you fuck that up? How do you fuck that up?
Rosie!
What's up with people missing their shots? They had a million chances. Jake and the black man have a shootout on ice, but that man gets shot in the stomach very badly. I mean, point and squeeze, man, these cops suck. What kind of police academy are they from? They are similar to those dopes from 22 Jump Street. The shot cop gets wounded and the phones aren't working, which means that the lights go out due to the men cutting the cords. That sucks, but that only makes the film into a horror theme, also used into the similar plot as The Purge, also an Ethan Hawke movie. There are men outside and what the men want is Bishop. But they don't know the full story yet. After the crew locks the doors, Jake agrees to risk his life and enter the bus to get them out. That's a stupid idea. Jasper says one word that actually proves my point.
Schmuck.
Hold that word later because he might be important to the story. Stupid Jake goes out and enters a bus which is cut corded. A man pops up out of nowhere and attacks Jake. Jake stabs the man in the eye with an icicle and steals his ID. This scene has very good cinematography and the action is well done for this scene. Plot twist: Jake finds out that the man is a cop and questions Marion about it.
Who works for Ray?
He explains to Jake that Marcus is a corrupt cop who sent men to kill Bishop before testifying at the trial that the men were trying to kill him. That is one weirded out plot. Marcus arrives to the precinct and brings more men there. Alex practices her goddamn multiplication table shit to distract her problems of fear, which I don't know if she will shut up. I mean, there is a whole army coming after her. Does she think that it is the time to get distracted instead of beating these asshole cops? Jake wakes up the criminals and tells them the whole story. Cops are attacking the precinct wanting Bishop, but these criminals don't believe him. Like, how asshole could these crims get? Suddenly they do. The men cross the fence with barbed wire, but somehow they don't get electrocuted. Dressed as SWAT, they try to go inside the precinct. They shoot a zillion shots, randomly hitting nowhere but objects, because they are stupid and they think that will do anything. Not only that, Alex just practices her multiplication tables during the chaos. How are we supposed to root for this character? Jake shoots back, not doing anything. I mean, this action sequence is trash. No damage or deaths in these seconds. What the fuck?
Going on, man?
Well, that is the route that these SWATs would have taken if they wanted Marion. You see, it is just shooting, nothing. Just an extended sequence of blam 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 boom. Later, some bad guys enter the precinct and Jake quickly kills one and shoots one in the window, but he doesn't die. The criminals say they don't feel safe in cells, so they unlock the cells, letting the criminals out and makes them choose the weapons to fight off the enemies. I mean, I wonder if the prisoners are going to kill the inside or the outside cops. They have a lengthy shootout, killing as much SWAT as they can. These scenes are entertaining and very fun to watch. Helpless Alex encounters a SWAT who attempts to shoot her. Two prisoners stab and hit the SWAT with a bat and a machete. Oh, that hurts. You could hear a scream at the end, both hilarious and brutal. The shootout continues, including a brutal ignition of a Molotov cocktail burned alive. In a deleted scene, the man is seen dying from his burns. Wow, that is dark. At the end of the shootout, asshole Jasper threatens the criminals with deaths because he doesn't trust them, and that starts a Mexican standoff like the one in Face Off. This makes me hate Jasper even more than the others when the criminals literally help to fight off the SWAT. Ronak ends the standoff by saying that all of them need to trust each other if they want to make it through the night, and tells the people to introduce each other. After the Bornig introduction, which they already should know each, the team sticks with their buddies and the crew spots a cop known as Capra. The men fire at Capra and the crew leads Capra to safety.
They'll execute him.
Once Capra gets in the precinct, Sid from Ice Age thinks he is a plant who tries to fuck them up, but the rest of the idiotic cops thinks that he is legit because he gets shot at. I mean, Beck may be right, but we will find out later. The crew starts a plan to escape. 2 women and 2 men go out to get help. The plan goes miserably wrong when Smiley gets shot in the head along with Beck, and the 2 women gets ambushed by an SUV, and the dumbass psychiatrist gets her brains blown off. The plot doesn't get really affected by their deaths. That makes these people's deaths very pointless. What's worse is that Jake continues to abuse his prescription drugs and becomes an asshole to Marion. Jake learns not to be an asshole and follows the lead. He figures out that Capra had unlocked the doors and Beck was telling the truth. These cops should have known that about Capra and believed Beck. They confront and handcuff Capra and pours gasoline on the ground to border the SWAT from getting through. Jasper finds a sewer tunnel underground that could lead them to safety. When they reach ground, the crew get held at gunpoint because Jasper is a filthy asshole who only cares about himself.
I'm the son of a bitch, nobody else gets hurt. Cause I ain't dying for that piece of shit.
Or for you either, Jake.
The reason that Jasper said schmuck is that he wasn't actually friends with Jake. Jasper then beats Marion, smacking him in the face a few times, about to kill him with pistol, not knowing that Marion has a flash grenade blasting his stomach open, which is very convincing for a death. The crew have a quick and fun shootout resulting in a few deaths, and these scenes are literally the best parts of the movie. Capra and Dree escape in a van, but their tires pop, causing them to crash. Dree leaves, leaving Capra bruised, never to be seen again. Dree struggles with Marcuse's partner and stabs a knife to his neck. And a cool scene in the woods shows Jake racing out in the woods to be hidden from the cops. The SWAT still fucks up when Marion shoots the SWAT in the head and blood is seen on his goggles. Yuck! Marcus comes out of nowhere and shoots on Marion's gut, weakening him. The villain demands Marion to tell him where Ronak is. Marion tells him something else and Marcus presses the barrel on the wound, torturing him. Ouch! Jake confronts Marcus, creating a standoff. Ronak and Marcus shoot at the same time, but Marcus dies of a headshot while Jake is wounded. Marion says his goodbyes and Dree rescues him. The cops arrive. Ronak and Dree walk out to the sunrise. And that was Assault on Precinct